morning, esteemed navigators, and welcome to today's episode of the Confab on Esteem Radio Vision. I remember myself, LEX LEX POSIMI. This is the Confab where we where we analyze issues in the country, where we talk about trending issues and how they affect us as citizens of this country, both locally and internationally, and even within the states where we reside or where we are domiciled. This is what we do on the confab, and subsequently we'll delve into the topic or into the topics we have for today. But before then, special thanks to the executive producer, the Michael Adibuya Shaolu, our producer, Adenim Kwefalabi, the prince, and the man behind the console this morning, and almost every other day, Abdusamad Balogun, aka number one.
Big Barlow.
And on behalf of every other esteemed member of Esteem Radio Vision, who will be or who are constantly doing everything to make sure you can hear us clearly, you can see us clearly, we want to welcome you, our esteemed listeners, to today's episode or today's edition of the Confab on Esteem Radio Vision. Now, I want to believe that you are ready for us as much as we are ready for you. But before then, I want to introduce to you my panelists for today, and I'm going to start from the Prince. The Prince, please introduce yourself to the people.
All right.
Again.
All right. Good morning to all our viewers. We really appreciate you for always stay tuned to Esteem Radio Vision, and this is your program, your favorite program that you don't want to mix, the Confab. I still remain my humble self, Adenipekun Afolabi, your prince on the show. Good morning once again.
You're welcome, Afolabi. And to the fine boys, 4 pimples.
Now 2 pimples.
It's a progress. It's in progress. So
Good morning, esteemed navigators. I remain my humble self, Ayomikun, AY for short.
all right, Ayomikwe for sure. Thank you very much for being a part of the program this morning. And I believe that with your expertise or with your knowledge, our people will be able to gain 1 or 2 things from the program this morning. Now, before we delve into the program proper, we'll go on a short break. I'll be right back. Yeah, welcome back from that very short break, and today we will be talking about some of the things that you might have seen on social media, but you probably do not have the context, or maybe you're just seeing them, or maybe you've not seen them at all. And the first thing we'll be discussing this morning is about the update or the progress of the coastal highway that was supposed to span from Lagos all the way to Calabar. This is a national project, or this is a federal project that a lot of investment, a lot of money has been budgeted or has gone into it already. And as at the last time, I think 30 kilometers of has supposedly been completed. And the reason we are talking about it this morning is because there was an altercation, or let me say there was an interview granted by the Minister for Works, Dave Umahi, on Arise TV or Arise News, where he was interviewed on their morning show, where he was asked some questions, and as some people will say, there were unclear responses, or other people will say there were insubordination on the part of the journalist who interviewed him. But before we delve into that topic proper, let us see this video.
So at first, Minister, after you had gone to report me in front of President Tinubu and said all sorts, anyway, I am not beholden to you. My job is accountability.
You are too small for me to report you to the president.
No, but they are
You are too small
Minister,
for me to
Minister,
report you to the
Minister, let me
president.
speak.
Who are you for me to report you?
Minister, let me speak. I have empirical evidence. The world watched it on the commissioner of the project when you mentioned the questions I asked you to the president. That was reporting me to the president officially. The world watches, so you don't need to dilly-dally about the empirical facts. I don't talk without facts, Minister. You know, when I have my facts, I talk. And I insist on my question when I ask on cost.
Rufai,
Let
I
me
can only address you
Minister,
in
you will
a
not
forum like this.
you will not
I
allow
don't
me
have your
speak.
time.
The problem is you will not allow me speak. You spoke for over 20 minutes, over 10 minutes.
Because you don't know what you are speaking.
But let
you
me
don't know
speak.
what you are
Let me
speaking.
speak.
I
You
don't
will
know
not.
what your profession is.
You will not allow me speak. You see, if you can just keep quiet and be calm and just allow me speak, I'll be happy. All right. So my question still persists as regards the cost per kilometer. You cannot tell me that we don't have a right to know the cost per kilometer. Even if it's an undulating landscape, give us all the facts and the details of the cost per kilometer. That's all we'll ask for. Other questions as regards the loans taken. Let me finish.
No. I will
Let
keep
me
quiet
finish.
for you to damage
Let me
information.
finish.
Listen to me.
Minister, you will
Listen
not
to
allow
me.
me speak. The minister will not allow me speak.
No. Don't do that with me.
Minister will
Don't
not
do
allow
that
me
with
speak.
me. I was in your studio.
Minister will not
and
allow
when
me
the first
speak.
section was on, and I ran the figures. And what you're asking us is 750 kilometers of coastal highway. We should tell you cost per kilometer. So you multiply by 750. That's nonsensical.
No, so tell me the cost per kilometer. There's nothing too hard for you to tell me that figure. You've not still told me that figure, so I was right on that point. The second point,
because you don't understand anything.
The second point I'm trying to make is
You don't understand anything. I'm a professor in this field.
Okay.
You don't understand anything.
What university gave you professorship in this field?
Tell you a cost.
Gentlemen, this is still the confab, and of course we've seen the professor on this field battling with senior advocate of Nigeria for journalists. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is where some of us might be getting confused, as usually when a project is to be embarked on, you do a few things before you even embark on the project at all. Some of the things that you do is to plan. Part of the planning is to do survey. If it's a building project, you go and do survey. Maybe you start with getting a land.
The estimation.
You get a land. You determine the kind of land. Is it a waterlogged area? Is it a dry land? If it's a waterlogged area,
look at the topography.
the topography and all of that. If it's a waterlogged area, you plan that okay, there more stones will be used, more cement, more granites. Or I'm not a builder, so I might not be able to say exactly how the process goes, but I'm a filmmaker, so maybe I understand. If you want to make a movie, you start with planning. It means that first you must have your script. Once you have your script, you can determine a few other things, and part of the things that you can determine even from your script is the budget for the movie. Right? So if that's the case, it means that the question this journalist, Rufai Hosseini, is asking the Minister of Works is not something that cannot be determined. It can be determined in the sense that before